This is Gerald Brents with Jadon McCullough and Plano Football Show. And Coach McCullough, you came off an off week last week. I know you guys enjoyed that with a 3-0 non-district record, but man, it's time to go here. We got the Allen Eagles up in Allen Friday night.
Yeah, we enjoyed the week off, but we're going to be thrown right back in the frying pan this Friday night, and it's going to be an exciting matchup between us and Allen. And you know, it's to be honest with you, we got some butterflies, but at the same time, we're looking forward to the challenge. We enjoyed the off week. We got the opportunity to watch Allen against Longview. It was a great game. Allen pulled it out there in the last 20 seconds of the game. So, you know we have our work cut out for us. We know we have a great opportunity. It's not going to be easy, and they're one of those teams. They're not going to quit till the very end. So, it's going to take a lot of resiliency, and we're going to have to overcome a lot of obstacles. But it can be done. This group can do it.
The game has national interest. ESPN is interested in the game. They're going to do a little piece on it. A lot of people across the state are zeroing in. The clock starts ticking down to Friday night. It just gets more and more and more intense, doesn't it?
It does, but the best, to me, it's no different than what we tell our players. Be focused on preparation, be focused on the moment, do everything you can every second, every day. To be prepared. And if you do that, you work hard, you prepare, you play together as a team. No matter what happens, you can live with the results. But yeah, I mean, there's no doubt about it. With every second that ticks off, I get a little bit more anxious and a little, I think it's normal, and I think it's okay to be a little, not scared, but very nervous and anxious and butterflies. I just think that the more you're on edge, the more focused you are. So, and I really felt that yesterday in practice. Our kids were just flying around, very positive attitude, just a lot of electricity in practice. I just saw the guys, and they understand it's going to be a great challenge, but also it's a great opportunity, and you can have a lot of fun, a lot of success, a lot of recognition, but we also know it can be. It can be embarrassing.
Well, this will be the last time the Wildcats will go up and play in the old Allen Stadium. The great atmosphere up there at playing at Allen. Of course, they're building their new stadium, which the next time that Plano goes to play at Allen will be in the new stadium, because next year Allen will come here on the back to the second year of the realignment. But the stadium is interesting. It's old. The community at Allen has really grown, but just tell us a little bit about playing up there.
Well, the last time we were actually able to beat them was back in 2005. You were the head coach, and we went 13-1 that year. We had a tremendous team. Mark Safikas was our quarterback. Justin Jordan was our tailback. Matt Nicholson was our middle linebacker, and so on and so on and so on. But we had a great football team, and they did too. And we went up there and we were able to pull out a win in very adverse situations. And I've reminded our kids of that. We've been on this stage before. We went to Allen. It's very, very, very intimidating. They've got a 700-member band. Their fans overflow the home side. They come and sit on the visitor side. So I encourage the fans of Plano Wildcats to get there early. Try to take up those seats on the visitor side. I think that's going to be important that we get there and get your game face on early and cheer and be ready to go.
And Tom Westerberg, the head coach at Allen, one of the best coaches in the country, no doubt about it. They're a unique style, though. They're simple. They focus on execution. And it's really not going to be a whole lot about trying to figure out what they're going to do, probably, is it? You're going to have to out-execute them and outplay them.
They're very, very sound schematically, but they're very consistent in what they do, and they execute at a very, very high level, and they've got great players, and they've got players that play hard. It's a great program. They've got great players. They've got great fans. They've got an awesome band. Drill team, whatever, but you know what? So do we. And so it's going to be a great game. From a fan standpoint, it'd be one of those games you want to go watch. I've reminded kids all week, this is the kind of game you grow up dreaming about being in. So it's an opportunity of a lifetime. Once it's gone, we'll never be able to get it back. So, I'm going to encourage them to take this week, put everything into it, and when they blow that whistle for the starting kickoff to the very end, we have to be focused on playing every play like it's our last. We got to play together as a team, and no matter what happens, we've got to stay positive and keep going for 48 minutes. So as you can see, I'm pretty pumped up about it. I'm excited, but at the same time, I'm very nervous, but I'm excited about it for our football program.
And I know, and coaches talk about not looking ahead and all that, but administrators and head coaches like you have to look ahead, because there's going to be all these great games all over the state, and district play really starts opening up this week. But, we're going to have Plano and Allen, and somebody's going to win that game, somebody's going to lose that game, and two outstanding teams. And no matter what happens, you got to turn right around because you got a big game against Hebron next week. It would be out at Kimbrough Stadium. So. Tell us about that, just about how you approach all that.
Yeah. Well, it's the old cliche, whatever happens, if you win or you lose, for 24 hours you're going to celebrate or you're going to cry or whatever. But after 24 hours, we put it behind us and we move forward. And I told the kids that yesterday. No matter what happens, we're going to come watch film on Saturday. We're going to come to work on Monday. Because that's what life's all about. It's about if you get knocked down, you get back up. So, like I said, we're looking forward to winning the football game. But if we don't, we're going to go back to work and we're going to try to beat Hebron. To me, it's going to be the battle of attrition. In this district, it's going to be the team that can consistently get up and get ready to play football week after week after week, because really there are no weak opponents. So it's going to be the team that can stay focused on the goal and not be distracted and continue to prepare. And I think a little luck's going to be in it too. You got to stay away from injuries. You're going to have to keep your kids eligible because the 6-week grading system's fixing to 6-week grading period's fixing to come around here in about 2 weeks. And so there's a lot of, you've been the head coach, so there's a lot that goes into it. So, we're looking forward to it.
There's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes that, I think people are aware of them. Maybe they just don't pay that close attention to them. And like I said, talking about one of the things that is great about high school football, high school athletics period is no matter whether you win or whether you lose, you've got to learn to turn right back around, because if you win a big game, you win a huge game, there's a carryover there. There's a kind of a layover effect that sometimes you don't get back up and play as well the next week, and that's what the high school experience is all about in athletics, isn't it?
That's funny you mentioned that, because I was thinking about on the way over here how we felt for the Irvin MacArthur game. It was a big game. That's a team that was a playoff team last year. It's a team that was very well coached, very talented, very physical, and it was a big game for our program. And we were so pumped up for that game, and we were able to, luckily and very fortunately, we were able to win that game. But I remember last week in Mansfield Legacy, I just didn't feel that edge. That doesn't mean that I wasn't into the game and everything else, but I knew going into the game, I just didn't feel the edge. And usually if the coach doesn't feel that edge, the players don't feel that edge. But at the same time, we went out there and we played great. So, you got to hand it to the kids. The ones that are able to stay focused, the ones that are able to stay humble, the ones that are able to keep things in perspective. Because it's a very, very emotional game. And it's real easy, boy, after one of those big games, just to be so pumped up. And then because of that next week, you're kind of flat, And I really believe that's probably why if you'll remember, Coach Kimbrough was real big on trying to stay even kill and all that stuff. So we've always tried to do that, but that's tough. I mean, that's easier said than done.
Yeah, it'll come down to the emotions. I've always felt like you hear a lot about sometimes that first hit, you go into a big game, and that first hit, well, I get the jitters. I always said it's 4, 5, 6 hits. It's not just one hit. It takes kids a little while to settle down in these big games. And, of course, the older they are, the more experienced they are, the quicker they'll adapt because, I don't know what's going to happen out there Friday night, but I do know one thing. It's going to come down to which team executes the best is going to be the team that wins. So, anyway, Coach, we wish you the best of luck, and we'll see everybody back here next week.